What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig and I am finally back from vacation, so I thought I'd get this video out to you. What happens if we lose 40K? What's the next major support that if it breaks, we could be in serious trouble with Bitcoin? Definitely stick around for the whole video. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at our possibilities. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up, and share the video if you would. Also, wanted to talk a little bit about the Amazon to Bitcoin chart. We'll do that towards the end. Let's get into it. So obviously, this is the Dow Jones that we've been watching. I have a target down around the 37.96. We're back below this old support again. If we were to pop up with the Dow, I wouldn't expect it to go past this 34.4 range. I don't necessarily think we're going to get there. You can see the channel I have drawn here. We got a bounce off the center, which is expected. If we do get back up to this range, I do expect a major rejection. My target still remains down in this area. Let's take a look at the dollar. As you guys know, I've been bullish on the dollar all the way since down here when it broke out of this wedge, and we've had our targets here. This is the next target I'm looking for the DXY. I expect a rejection here, and Bitcoin may get a bounce if we get up to that area. Maybe the bull run continues at that point. I don't necessarily think that's what's going to happen, but I do know that if we do get above this, this is a long-term resistance line from way back here, back in 2017. So if this line breaks, I know a lot of people don't think that's possible. If it does, that will create a huge bear market in both the traditional and Bitcoin. I do believe that is a very good possibility if we break this line and make it support above this 102.50 range. If we zoom out to the bigger charts, let me do this. Let me get into the bigger time frames. Let's look at the weekly. As you guys know, on the weekly, if you look at the weekly, we broke out of a huge resistance on the weekly right over here, right? That was back in September of 2014. We've not came back down to this level. It has been support. I do believe this could be huge for the dollar. I know a lot of people are talking about inflation, all kinds of other things. I'm still bullish on the dollar. I think we have one big, huge move coming for the dollar over the next few years. That's my opinion. Doesn't have to be yours. Let's look at the weekly. So the weekly, this channel we've been watching forever. The bottom of this channel currently is around 35,000. A break of 35,000, your next support is around that lower to mid $20,000 range that we've talked about plenty of times. So we'll take a look at that in a daily. A lot of things point to this. We've broken back below the weekly RSI again right here. If we do get a pop up, I expect resistance again and a continuation down. I do believe this was a bull trap right here, and we talked about that being lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. That was bearish divergence. I had warned you guys about that plenty of times while everybody was saying we're super bullish, we're going to break 50,000. Be careful who you watch and listen to. A lot of these people on YouTube only know Bitcoin. They don't understand markets. And while they claim to know Bitcoin, they don't understand markets as a whole. All the markets go together. Let's take a look at PrimeXBT. As you guys know, I'm going to be having a trading competition. You can join by hitting my link down below. By far the best exchange, in my opinion. You can trade altcoins, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from one exchange. Also, you can have multiple trades in without them clumping them together. And if you use my promo code SAVVY50, that'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off of your trading fees. You can go to my YouTube channel and there is a tutorial for PrimeXBT on there. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. There's also a contest section in here where you can join for free. They give you play money to play with. If you do win the contest, you can get actual tradable funds for your prize. So anyways, let's get into the daily. So as you guys know, after this 5 waves down, we were expecting 3 waves up, our ABC correction, and a continuation to the downside. As you know, I've been looking at this as a bear flag for a very long time since we tapped it up here. Also, everyone was looking at this as a symmetrical triangle. We got the bull trap above. If we did get a jump up, 44,000 would be about as high as this could go. There's a 200 EMA here. Also, the top of the the old triangle. If this was to break and get support, then we could be looking at a higher range. And that would be the top of the channel again, around 50,000. If that was to break, that is the only time I believe that would be to actually get bullish to possibly the 62,000 range. And that's just a measured move. Although I don't think that's going to happen. I think we are going to come down, retest this trend line. I know a lot of people have this drawn without the wicks. That's not the correct way to do it in my style. If that's what you want to do, have at it. But the wicks are there for a reason. Around 37,000 is going to be at the bottom of this. Actually, maybe a little higher, 37.2, somewhere in there. A break of this and our measured move from there is the same. The distance of the channel, take it down to where we break out, gets us down to the mid $20,000 range. Sorry about that, guys. Down to the mid $20,000 range. We've been talking about that for a long time. That's also the measured move of the break of this wedge where everyone was getting extremely bullish. I had told you if this broke, this was the next target, and that is just a measured move of the wedge. There's a lot of things pointing to us getting down to this area. Now, if it was to get a major bounce there, it's a possibility that would be the area that the bull market continues. But if we look at this thing as a bear flag from the breakup here, bring that down, that gets us down to $6,500 to $7,000 range. And as you can see in the RSI, we've broken out of this wedge. The measured move for that brings the RSI all the way down to around the 10-point range. And if you look over here, we've done that many times in the bear markets prior. That's why I have the red line drawn here. So guys, the macro is still bearish in my opinion. I have not changed on that a bit. As you guys know, here's the 4-hour. We talked about the similarities each time we touched the top. As you guys know, I was saying that I was shorting 48. That's exactly what we did. It's played out beautifully. Again, we've had this circled for a long time. If we break this area and close a 4-hour below this trend line, we're headed towards the lower to mid $20,000 range. And again, we could bounce around in this area between 25 and 35, 25 and 40 for months before this breaks. If this breaks, this is my next target, around 6,500 to 7,500, somewhere in that range. If that does not hold, then we look at the Amazon chart. I posted a video on December 2nd of last year explaining the Amazon chart way before anybody else talked about it. If you want to hear about stuff first, this is the channel to do it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and share these videos. Get them out there. We've counted 5 waves in this, and if that was to happen over here, same thing. That could go as low, and I'm not saying it has to, but it is definitely a possibility to go down into the $3,000 to $4,000 range. And as you can see, even the RSI is almost identical here. So what it would look like would be something like this, just like we did over here. Once it breaks this trend line, that would be the end of wave 3. Then we'd be looking for 4 down over in this range here, which 3 could go from, 8,000, bounce from 8,000 all the way up to 15, 16,000 and continue down if this was to happen. Everything so far has been matching up beautifully on this. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the likes, leave your comments down below, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Have a beautiful day, and I'm out.